I don't know about you, but I think the accountability is always worthwhile whenever it comes. Because I tell you, but for Judicial Watch on so many issues, we would never get accountability because no one else asks the questions. I'm sure you are doing what I'm doing, which is praying for the victims of the LA wildfires. I'm sure you can't avoid it. I presume you already know what's happening out there. But there's been a series of wildfires in LA County. We have some video of it. You can see the tremendous devastation, the threat to life as people flee. I mean, these essentially firestorms, I call them fire hurricanes, sweeping through parts of LA. As of last I checked, which was just a few minutes ago, there are at least 10 confirmed deaths from these fires. At least 5,000 structures, including homes. Excuse me, it's 10,000, I think. 10,000 structures, including homes in the Palisades area, Palisades Heights, and up north near Pasadena and Altadena, have been destroyed. And the risk remains significantly high because of the weather there in California. Now, the big concern is, did it have to happen? Why wasn't there enough water to address these fire issues in one of the biggest cities in the country, if not the world, in terms of importance and population? Why wasn't the fire department fully staffed? Why were there budget cuts? Was DEI one of the reasons this response and fire management control was poorly managed in that area? And, you know, we're not allowed to say DEI, but the reality is in big cities in America, which are run by the Democratic Party left, it's reality, key positions are often filled as a result of not merit, but political connections, and whether that the applicant or the person who is being considered it fits in the various DEI characteristics in terms of race, gender, and other characteristics. It's just woke racism, woke sexism, and it's often merit is often third, if at all, and it's not fair to the applicants that make it, in the sense that many of them may have experience that would make them perfect for the position. But because of the DEI culture, their appointment is tarred. Like the fire chief of Los Angeles is a woman. You know, I don't know much about her. I mean, she could be a great chief. I don't know. But does anyone think she wasn't picked in part because she was a woman? Of course. President Trump was raising issues about the left-wing management of wildfires, you know, the fire risk, water, et cetera, in California. And if you live in California, you know water is a big issue. And he had some tweets on the fire earlier this week. Fire spreading rapidly for 3 days, a zero containment, which was true at the time. Nobody's ever seen such failed numbers before. Gross incompetence by Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass. Newsom is a derogatory term for him, obviously. Karen Bass is the left-wing mayor of Los Angeles. And Biden's FEMA has no money, all wasted on the Green New Scam. LA is a total wipeout. One of the best and most beautiful parts of the United States of America is burning down to the ground. Its ashes, and Gavin Newsom should resign. This is all his fault. So the next question is, what happened? And who should be held accountable and responsible? I mean, we kind of see elements of what happened. They literally ran out of water in certain parts of the Palisades as they were trying to fight the fires. And the officials admit the hydrants ran out. And it's not because the water wasn't available literally, it was because the water was ill-managed. And so what will Judicial Watch do? Well, I can tell you what we've already done, which was we've begun a comprehensive open records investigation of the LA fires. Because I don't trust, obviously, the media to do the investigation. I don't trust Congress to do the investigation. And certainly the left-wingers running LA County, the Los Angeles City, and the California State, you know, whether it be Governor Newsom or his, Newsom, excuse me, not Newsom. This is why Trump is such an effective communicator. He puts a word that into your head that was going to drive Governor Newsom crazy. And the other agencies responsible for fire management in California. And we've got people who are expert on this issue, and we are going to investigate it. So as we pray for the victims of the Los Angeles fires and pray the fires don't get any worse than they are and they finally get contained and the weather changes, Judicial Watch isn't just going to forget about it and move on to the next story. And one of the reasons Judicial Watch is effective is because we are persistent. When an issue like this pops up, we start asking questions and we demand answers in court if necessary, even if it takes a little bit of time. Because I don't know about you, but I think the accountability is always worthwhile whenever it comes. Because I tell you, but for Judicial Watch on so many issues, we would never get accountability because no one else asks the questions or has the capacity and expertise to demand and get answers. So Judicial Watch has launched a major investigation into the LA fires in California, and even as we pray for the best possible outcome and for all those victims who've lost their homes and loved ones and pets and precious possessions and such. And I tell you, if I lived in LA, I'd be worried about the whole city going up because of the competent mismanagement just in these fires alone. I mean, it's only by the grace of God all of LA hasn't been engulfed in flames, given the weather and the fire risk out there. Very dangerous. And this shows you why corrupt government, incompetent government, inefficient government is not only wasteful, but it puts lives and property at risk. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.